this is my channel, Embracing Chaos. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are a returning friend, thank you so very much for coming back. I truly appreciate every single one of you and all of your support. For those of you that are new here, just a quick rundown of who I am and a little bit about my channel. Of course, my name is Jen. I currently follow the WW Blue plan. On my channel, you are going to find a lot of WW content. I do grocery hauls, cook with me's, meal preps, all kinds of fun stuff. And then on Saturdays, I do what I call a subscription box unboxing Saturday. So at least once a week, I will do an unboxing. All right, enough about me. Let's get into this video. Today, I am sharing with you another weekly meal prep. I've got two super fun recipes. I'm going to be making a Crockpot peanut butter and jelly oatmeal recipe, and then a loaded nacho bubble up. The Crockpot oatmeal, I got this recipe from Pinterest, and it's by a group called Smiley's Points. I'll make sure I link either the website, if they have one, I'll look and see, or the Pinterest link down below so you guys can check out this recipe. And then the loaded nacho bubble up, you guys are going to be so surprised because who do we all know that does all the bubble ups? I got this recipe from Drizzle Me Skinny, and as always, I will link the recipe down below so you guys can go check out that recipe and then all of her other awesome recipes. She is fantastic. Point values for these treats, my friends. Let's get into that. For the peanut butter and jelly oatmeal, blue is 5 points, purple is 1 point, and green is 5 points. Sorry, I couldn't read my writing for a second. For some reason, I said purple was 5 and green was 1, but something tells me that's not right. So, just to rehash, Jen's Chaos is starting to show already, and we're just getting started. Blue and green is 5, and purple is 1. And then for the loaded nacho bubble up by Drizzle Me Skinny, blue and green is 7, and purple is 6. All right, before we get started on the cooking, you know what I'm going to say. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. If you were not a member of my YouTube family and you would like to join, please consider hitting that subscribe button down in the corner. I would absolutely love to have you. As always, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or I do have my Instagram and my email address down in the description. So, let's go ahead and get started. I will see you guys in the kitchen. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started on the oatmeal. I have my crock pot here. I'm going to start out by spraying it with this non-stick cooking spray. Then we're going to add 3 cups of the old-fashioned oats. I'm using a 1/2 cup measuring cup, so you're going to see me putting in 6 scoops instead of 3. Then we're going to add 2 cups of water. Then we'll add 3 cups of the vanilla unsweetened almond milk. Then we have 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract and 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon. Then we're going to get a lid on this and cook it for 3 to 4 hours on low. All right, friends, oatmeal is done. Excuse the squeaking out in the other room. That's my daughter Ava. She's feeling squeaky, I guess. So let's get this stirred up. I did not even cook this for the full 3 hours because it started to get to the consistency where I usually like my oatmeal. So I put it on warm for like the last 30 minutes. And then it said to go ahead and add a little milk to it, like a splash of milk to it when you reheat it. So this is where we're at. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's very mushy. All right, I will go ahead and get this dished up. Remember, this makes 1 cup servings. So we've got it dished up, 1 cup into each container. Then I'm going to take these little plastic containers. I'm going to try and add 2 tablespoons of the PB2 into one. Hopefully it'll fit. If not, we'll work something out. And then I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of the sugar-free red raspberry preserves to another one. And we'll add that to the oatmeal right before we eat it. Oh yeah, that fits. Piece of cake. Oh, probably shouldn't break the containers. Doesn't that seem like a lot of peanut butter for 1 cup of oatmeal? Alright, so we've got these boxed up. I've got my jelly, my PB2, and then my oatmeal. For one of these days, I am going to be eating in the office, so I'll have a little separate container of almond milk that I'm going to take with. But this is what we've got for now. Like I said, when you reheat this, add a little bit of milk, just a splash, so it doesn't count as any points. Mix it all in, and you're ready to go. Alrighty, let's get started on our loaded nacho bubble up. I'm going to start with these biscuits. We're going to open them up, cut them into 6 slices, and then we're going to put them into a greased baking dish. This is a 9x13. While I'm cutting these up, I do have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. This is the cooking spray that we're going to use. We'll just coat the pan really good. Go ahead and get this open. And spread them out on the bottom of our baking dish. All right, here we go. We're going to get this in our oven at 350 degrees for 12 minutes. We'll go ahead and get our vegetables set up while this is cooking. It calls for 1 purple onion, 2 jalapenos, green onions, and then it called for 1 tomato diced, but I'm going to dice up these cherry tomatoes that I got. Measure out 25 grams of these Tostitos bite-sized chips. There we go. Crush these really good. Got those crushed to a pretty consistent texture there. Now we'll go ahead and get our meat mixed up. This is 1 pound of lean ground beef browned. We're going to add 1/3 cup of salsa. This is the salsa that I'm using. We're going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. We're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. And then 1 teaspoon of chili powder. Now the recipe also calls for red pepper flakes, but I am not in the mood for spicy, so I'm going to leave those out. We'll give this a good stir. Make sure everything is mixed together. Now all we have to do is wait for our biscuits to finish in the oven. I'll be right back with you when they're done. Okay, we've got our biscuits out. I've let them cool off just a little bit, and now we're going to go ahead and layer up our casserole. So we're going to start with half of our ground beef mixture over the top. Spread that around. We're going to add half of our chips and just kind of sprinkle those across the top. Then we'll add half of our vegetable mixture. Spread that around really good too. Then we'll add 1/3 cup of our Velveeta shreds to the top of this. Then we're going to repeat with the remaining beef, chips, and vegetables. Alrighty, so then we're going to set aside our green onions, and then we're still going to do 1/3 cup of this, so we'll set that aside too. We're going to get this in the oven. Again, it's 350 degrees. We'll put it in for 25 minutes. Then we'll take it out and put 1/3 cup of cheese and the green onions on top and put it back in for 15 minutes. Once that is done, I will be back to show you the finished bubble up. All right, here we have it, our finished bubble up. How yummy does that look? Okay, this makes, again, 6 1-cup servings. I'm going to try and just dish it up into 6 servings, but if that doesn't work, we might have to get out the scale and weigh. We'll see how it cuts. Get out of here. Gosh, guys, come on. Do your husbands do this to you? You can't take them anywhere. Oh, yeah, this scoops up. That is a big hunk and slice. But it's really flat, so... All right, here's our dished up loaded nacho bubble up. I am going to add some salsa just to mix in with it because my bubble ups tend to be a little dry. I'm going to put them in these little plastic containers, and then we'll get the lids on these and into the fridge, and we are set for the week. Okay guys, that is what I've got for this week's meal prep. Just to review, we made peanut butter and jelly crockpot oatmeal, and then we made loaded nacho bubble up. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you decide to try these recipes, please let me know. If you haven't already, if you give me a thumbs up, I would absolutely appreciate it. If you would consider hitting that subscribe button down in the corner, I would love to have you join my YouTube family. And until next time, keep smiling.